Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Today we're taking a look at 1inch, the main DEX aggregator protocol on DeFi. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use this to save both time and money. And therefore, I think you already see that it's a tremendous tool for having on your tool belt. Because if you're a fellow explorer venturing through the wild world of DeFi, we need all the best tools out there, and 1inch is definitely one of them. But before going there, let's jump in here on CoinGecko, because I think it's a really good point in time to buy 1inch. Now, I do hold a bag, but I think we are pretty much at the bottom. And from here on, the sky's the limit, I would say. There's tremendous upside potential to the token, and that's also something I wanted to share with you. Now, currently, this token is sitting at 25 cents of a dollar, which is pretty much an all-time low. I don't think we can go lower from here on. But again, I think there's tremendous upside potential, especially because they are integrated within a ton of protocols and a ton of blockchains. So that shows you that they do have utility. And they are actually leading the DEX aggregators market, which is something huge in DeFi because it optimizes both time and money. And also, if we jump back here on their website, this is not something I'm going to cover on this video. I will save it for something in the future. But they also have their 1inch card, which allows you to pay with crypto anywhere. So it's a low KYC card. Yes, I did had to provide my own citizen ID card, front and back pictures in order for them to allow this card to operate. But not only they have a virtual one that you get as soon as they process your ID as valid, but also you get to apply to a physical debit card, which I'm always looking for the best ones out there because I want always to have options to off-ramp my crypto from the blockchain to the real world. I don't want to go through middlemen and from my blockchain accounts or my wallet sending it to banks. I don't want to do that. I do the opposite. When I get money on banks, I send it to the blockchain. From there on, it's my business. I do what I want with it, and that's how I want it to keep for the rest of my days. But again, this is something I will only focus on a different video. I think it totally deserves its own spotlight. But from here on the protocol side of things, what 1inch allows you to do, being the main DEX aggregators, that they have their aggregation protocol. More on that later. We'll see how you can use it. They have their limit orders protocol, so you can trade with it even if the price right now of, let's say, Bitcoin, it's not where you want it to be. If you are waiting for a dip, let's say to $50,000, you can set that limit order there. If the price dumps to that value, you got yourself a deal and you just bought some Bitcoin courtesy of 1inch limit order protocol. So it's a decentralized way that also allows you to trade. That's really cool. Liquidity protocols, these have been deprecated. You might know my channel also for, I do a ton of content when it comes to liquidity pools. It's actually one of my favorite ways to generate passive income in DeFi, but sadly they have deprecated their liquidity protocols. Maybe in the future that will change, hopefully so, but right now that's not something which is available anymore. They also have their own mobile applications for both Android and for Apple. So everything that 1inch allows you to do on a PC, you can also do on their mobile app, which is awesome. Nowadays, that's essential for any DeFi protocol to have, I believe. Now, this that you see shining here on screen, it's the Fusion 2.0. It's one of their latest releases, which allows them as being a DEX aggregator. Basically, they're also using liquidity pools from centralized exchanges. So they are allowed to tap onto that, and that brings more options to the market, and therefore it will lower prices. But right now, let's look at what a DEX aggregator is and how we can use 1inch to our advantage as regular crypto users. 1inch is the leading DEX aggregator, meaning that they do facilitate cost-efficient and secure swap transactions across multiple liquidity sources. So that already tells you that they tap into several liquidity pools from several different DEXs. And not only DEXs with Fusion 2.0, they can already tap into the liquidity from centralized exchanges. So this gives us better prices overall because there's more liquidity pools to tap onto. And basically, if you want to put it in real world terminology, you got a ton of different suppliers that can provide you more competitive prices. That's how it works. They do work with several different blockchains. You can see that here on their website. They go with Gnosis, AVAX, also Arbitrum OP. So they have a lot of Ethereum Layer 2s, Polygon, BNB, Ethereum Mainnet, Base, ZK Sync, Aurora also. Yeah, it's Aurora, and then we have also Phantom. Big players they operate with. Total volume on each specific blockchain will be shown here if you care to go on their website and see. I'm not going to browse through all of that. I'm giving you the highline here, but you got info on total volume, total trades, and how many liquidity sources they are tapping into for each specific blockchain. How it works, simply put, this diagram shows it all. Let's say you have Ethereum and you want to sell Ethereum to buy DAI. So that's the swap you want to do. How 1inch works is basically you see there's 70% here and then there's 30% down below. Basically, they are splitting the amount of Ethereum you want to sell to buy DAI into two different paths. And there's going to be different routes for each path because they do play with a ton of different parameters that do actually influence the price. You probably already used the swap yourself, and when you are just doing the swap, they will prompt you to know how much of a price impact your swap will have into the liquidity pool. So that's one of the parameters or one of the reasons they are splitting here into two paths. Of course, this is only to be taken as an example. Sometimes the routing can be different, but roughly put, this is how it works and why they do it this way. So you can see on the upper route, they are providing 70% of their trading into wrapped Ethereum, and from there on, they tap into 4 different liquidity pools to turn that wrapped Ethereum into USDT, and from there on, all of the USDT they traded is going to be traded into DAI. On the lower path, it's a bit more direct. They turn Ethereum into wrapped Ethereum, and from there on, it only taps into 2 different liquidity pools, and it's all ready to buy DAI. One buys 60% of the wrapped Ethereum they had before into DAI, and the other on Sushi buys 40% of that amount into DAI. And this routing is something, as we will see later on, they do show you on their protocol when you're doing the trade. They are showing you which pools your money is flowing through and being used to tap into the liquidity pools until you get the end result you want. Let me know if you have any doubts or comments you want to do about this down in the comment section. If there's anything at any point here in the video that doesn't click for you, let me know in the comments, okay? I'll get back to you as soon as I see your message. Now, you probably also already used 1inch, you're just not aware of that. So here in the integrated protocols, you see how many protocols across the different blockchains we already covered, they are integrated. So if you go and use, for example, let's go here on Base. Base is a very popular chain. So if you go here and use one of these protocols, they have 14 different, from Uniswap, Balancer, SushiSwap, etc. These are all exchanges, I believe. And if you probably used these exchanges or any of these before, you used 1inch because they integrated in order to get to their customers the best price. Everyone is looking for the best bargain, and in crypto, that's no different. The DEX aggregators do compete with one another to get the best price rates because that will translate into a bigger user base, and 1inch is the one who's leading the pack right now, and therefore it's no wonder that they have integrated with different blockchains. And if you just add on, see on Base there's 14, on Ethereum mainnet there's 57 different protocols that integrate 1inch. On BNB it's also 48. This easily accounts to hundreds of integrated protocols across different chains. So overall, there have been billions of dollars that have been routed through 1inch to get the best rates. And that makes this a very particularly useful and powerful DeFi protocol. So if you want to take a bag of the 1inch token, like I said before, it's super cheap. And if you do that, you can be a part of their ecosystem because they also have a decentralized autonomous organization, also known as DAO. So this already gives you an idea of the popularity of 1inch if you never heard about it before. So let's go ahead and use the DApp. So like we covered already, you can use 1inch automatically if you use any of the protocols that integrate it, but you can also use their DApp here and do the swap yourself. Or you can also use to set a limit order, and since they allow users to trade, you can also play here with the metrics and see the different charts for the different time frames. You can also switch in between the candle chart or the graph look, and if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that they show you the actual routing, the steps that your liquidity takes in order to buy the token you want to buy. So right now you're seeing that this is the best route, and it can change at any time because of different price fluctuations in the markets. If that happens, they update everything in real time, so super handy. You see, it just introduced here Uniswap v3 to the mix. So the routing is always being accounted for, and right now it just removed Uniswap. They do everything here in real time, okay? So let's go ahead and see the limit order. This is basically a very good way for you to buy the dip or sell at a profit, basically trade. And you can set this for a specific price. For example, let's say you want to buy Bitcoin. So let's take that as an example. So if you're looking to buy Bitcoin at a sale and you're waiting for it to drop until the $50,000 mark, you can do that. And when you set this limit order, it will be waiting there in the market until Bitcoin reaches that price that you want to buy or sell for that reason. You can also set it to sell at a price appreciation that you determined beforehand. And everything will be done automatically as long as the expiration date has not been met. You see that by default it expires in 7 days, but you can select other time frames. You can select minutes, hours, or more. You can go 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, or even years. You can also set it to be custom, and if that is your choice, you will have to set in and introduce hours and minutes for your custom period to be set. Then you'll have to give permissions to use the tokens that you're trading for the first time. You can review your limit order, so it's going to give you a detailed description of everything. How much are you paying, how much you will receive, and when will this specific trade to be expired. If you keep scrolling down, you'll also see here that you have the ability to see your active orders, and you can cancel those also at any time. And the history just shows you all the trades that you did perform in the past with 1inch limit order function. They also offer you an on-ramp option to your crypto, so you can buy crypto here with them. If you go on the right side and click on the 3 lines menu icon, you'll prompt this menu and you can buy crypto from here by using MoonPay, which is a very reliable protocol to on and off ramp crypto. And if you go this route, you can choose any of the fiat currencies available in order to just on ramp and buy crypto with. And if you like 1inch and what they're doing, you can always join their DAO by buying some 1inch tokens. By doing that, you can be actively involved in the governance and future development of the 1inch network. It's also always a good idea to follow them on their socials if you are interested to taking part in their ecosystem. They also have their own portfolio tracker that you can use to help you manage your different wallets or to find new DeFi opportunities here on the Explore section. The Explore tab allows you to just browse through different protocols, categories, networks, tokens even. So there's quite a nice level of detail you can take advantage of and find opportunities within the DeFi space. If you want to know more about it, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video specially dedicated to the 1inch portfolio and how we as DeFi users can take advantage of it. And last but not least, they have their own card. Like I said before, I will save this in full depth for a different video, but that's also something that you can take advantage of the 1inch ecosystem. So they're a really incredible protocol. I believe they're super undervalued. Let me know what you think about it on the comments. Alright guys, this is 1inch for you, an incredible tool for every explorer to have on their tool belt. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you holding a bag? Are you buying the dip? Are you already using their virtual cards or their physical card? Let me know all about it. Like and subscribe for more. Take care, because crypto can be a really wild world, and I'll see you on the next one.